Hey y'all, Josh here today, aka the world's greatest dad, and we're going to chat a little bit about the iPhone 14 Pro. Let's get it. So not that long ago, I recently upgraded from my iPhone 11 to an iPhone 14 Pro, and I like the phone so much and love the upgrade from the issues I had with the iPhone 11 that I upgraded my wife's phone as well, and that's what we're looking at today because I'm actually filming on mine. So we just got this thing, and we're going to go ahead and get it all set up. I want to show you what it looks like coming out of the box, and then just talk about some of the great features and additions compared to the old iPhone 11 that I was using. When you pick this thing up, this phone is going to arrive in a box just like this. And when you open that box up, basically you get two things. You got your lightning cable. There is no wall adapters, just the lightning cable. And then you're going to have your new phone right here with a nice little protective layer. We'll go ahead and pull that thing off. And that is what our phone looks like. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the profile and aesthetics between the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 11. You'll see the front, they're basically the same size, all right, which I like. I actually didn't want to go with the Max because I didn't want to get too large. And I always really like the size of this iPhone 11. You'll see the side profiles here. The iPhone 11 is actually seems like might be a little bit thinner. And then of course the profiles with those cameras. The one thing with the iPhone 14 Pro now, the camera, man, it's so much better. Just the ability to do great pictures, video, and audio. But the one thing that's kind of interesting in it is the camera, they stick out a little bit, and I'm not sure what to think about that yet, just as far as protection with your phone case compared to the iPhone 11 where it's kind of sunken back in and not such a big footprint out the side. Another thing that's been drastically improved for us by going to this iPhone 14 Pro is that we're getting better service and reception now. Now we live in a fairly rural area, and one of the problems I always had with this iPhone 11 was just even getting decent service in my office. I would often drop calls, and so far after using this phone for a little over a week, I haven't been dropping calls, and I've been able to get service in areas where I wasn't getting as much service before. And that's huge because these phones do everything else, but you need to be able to make a phone call on them as well. And one last thing I've been super happy and impressed about with my upgrade to the iPhone 14 Pro is the fact that I now have 1 terabyte of storage in this phone, and they also have a 512 option as well. When I had my iPhone 11, the largest I could get was 256, and that's what I got. But near the end of this, man, I was just out of space. I was constantly having to delete stuff to go purge videos and pictures. And that just became a huge hassle. So I'm super pumped to have 1 terabyte on this phone, and I got a lot of space to fill up. So to close this thing out, I've been super happy with my upgrade from the iPhone 11 to the iPhone 14 Pro, specifically because of the huge camera upgrades, the fact that we're getting better service and we're not dropping calls, and of course the fact that I now have a phone with 1 terabyte of storage. And it's for that reason it gets a world's greatest dad thumbs up, and I say, hey, go out and get you one.